It's 60 days to go, yes, and the Ghanaian Times always helps us to remember the timing of it, 60 days to go. So let me just, we're going to go through some of the headlines that we have on the various papers. And so let's look at what it says on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. It says here, 60 more days to go, right? Election 2024. We have Veep launches new government biz app to promote transparency, maximize revenue for national development. Yes. We also have flush out illegal miners on water bodies. Minerals Commission is the one speaking there. We also have the fight against Galamsey menace, October 10. Nationwide strike remains unchanged. This is organized labor speaking there. And, it's interesting times here because everybody, at least a lot of people have been hoping that organized labor's position, the way they took a stance against the SNIT deal and everything else, and government budged, they're hoping that the same thing will happen this time and the government will budge. So hopefully we'll see what happens, right? And then 21 Democracy Hub protesters granted bail back. Vormawor denied bail. Now, joining me to help me go through the papers this morning is Vivian Kailoko. Hi, Viv. How are you? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah? And you're looking very bright and spicy with the yellow, the sunshine. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, now, it's very interesting times that we find ourselves in. October 10th, we're edging closer. We're 2 days away. Organized labor says they're still holding the ground. They're not backing down. Yeah. Yeah, but I think the president is a little disappointed though because he had some discussions with them, hoping that they would back down on that.
But I thought they said they wanted a definite, statement or action from the government.
Yes.
For which they would consider,
whether they will, yes.
And the statement released yesterday by the Information Ministry,
yes.
Was it a definite, strong statement?
Well,
this thing about I'm surprised that people are going back. I'm asking myself, if you look at the whole statement that was released and the pointers made, apart from the one that they're going to revoke the LI, which is not even an immediate thing. You have to wait for Parliament.
Yeah, for Parliament
what
to
is definite
before.
and immediate? Could you tell me, maybe you've seen something?
No. I read it and I felt it was very flaky. It was very... it was almost like just speaking English.
Because we all know that some of the things they are talking about, we are not supposed to mine in the forest, reserves by the water bodies. And it's been done. What definite action do you intend to take to stop this? Tell us that you're going to do A, B, C, D.
Yes.
If you say that declaring a state of emergency is not the way to go, what are you putting in place? What is the way to go? To deal with it immediately, medium term, and long term. Yesterday, I was watching the, is it the Minerals Commission boss or so?
Yes.
On, and he was saying that if you look at some of the areas where, for example, people are mining behind the police station, they've reported it to the police. Nothing is being done about it. Okay. So if you have thrown the thing vaguely out there, you're not even telling us that such areas where glaringly we're seeing the acts being perpetrated right in front of security forces, right around authorities, regulators. Nothing is being done. If you want to take action, what exactly do you want to do? And at least put it out in that statement. Because if you listen to organized labor yesterday, they said, we don't see anything concrete to deal with the matter for which we are going to go ahead. So unless there's something more that is not captured in the statement, they should let us know. Then we say that, okay, organized labor, hold on, A, B, C, D is going to be done. Concrete, more into the issue. Not we are doing that, we are doing that.
Yeah.
We've been doing that all these years, and yet the thing hasn't been dealt with.
Yeah, I don't know.
So let's stop feigning this surprise about, you know, oh, why are you going? We said, let's stop that.
No, I'm well. I mean, anyway.
And then I've heard a split from the organized labor group who are saying they were also not consulted and all that, and they should have been consulted before. We are in a crisis.
Yeah.
We move.
Yeah.
So let's stop this, oh, you should have told me.
No, but those who want to be consulted, what are they saying? They don't believe
said
that
they
is
believe
an
that
issue?
Galamsey is an issue, but in normal times or usually they deal with their mother bodies before they go. It's not usual times.
Yeah, this is.
It's not usual. Yeah. Where the water, your children's children, the children that your children will give birth, even you, it's likely that they'll be deformed.
Yes.
It's likely they'll have health complications.
Yes.
It's likely that medicine to treat that child, you won't get it.
No.
Because local manufacturers don't have water to produce these medications
Even
safely.
Infusions,
yes.
we're likely to be importing infusions because the water is not good enough to
Where
make
the climate has changed. Look at even what is happening now. We don't even understand the weather patterns anymore. Where, you know, the environment, the trees, the crops and all may all be infected. And you want to sit down and be talked to before action is taken. Then I'm sorry, it appears you don't understand what is going on. Because if you did, when you're in crisis, it's not the time to now sit down and everybody is
let's joy and discuss and all of that.
No. Action must be taken. So those in power, take action and let's see what's going on. And stop this surprise, feigning surprise. You yourself, what you've told us you are going to do, is it good enough to deal with the issue? And you are feigning surprise. And then the third thing, oh, it's a political season. You're going to make government unpopular. Are we even serious? Are we serious?
What's wrong?
Is it about power?
No, but you see, Vivian, I don't even understand. What's wrong with government being unpopular if that's really what the status quo is, right? In terms of, we're going to make government unpopular. So we should make government popular regardless of the fact that the country is dying, that the country is, you know, fated with this Galamsey. We should, regardless, just do popularity. If you want to
make your government popular, do the right thing that the citizens want. It's simple. Yeah. If you don't do the right thing, don't come and make it look like
you are making yourself unpopular. Yeah.
If the water bodies are being polluted, if we cannot get food in a bit, look at the dry spell that happened. Yeah. Imagine with the dry spell and that the foods are all contaminated. What do you have to eat as a country? Yeah. And you are talking about popularity. Do the right thing to become popular, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. Anyway, let's get
right into it.
Daily Graphic, Galamsey crackdown. Government rolls out radical measures, quote unquote, here. President orders military deployments. I don't know about that in that statement. Maybe Graphic knows something we don't know. LI 2462 to be revoked. Water bodies, forest reserves, red zones. I thought this is already there.
We already have that, so it's not a new thing.
It's about implementation. So let's...
the water bodies and the forest areas, they are already reserved, forest reserves are already red zones.
They are not supposed to be minding there.
Yeah,
you know?
So I don't know how this is new.
Then Citizen app launched for government services. Economic growth exceeds pre-COVID-19 levels, finance minister, and then oil prices rise amid Gulf tensions. It means the implications later, your fuel may go up. So this Gulf thing, tensions, some of us are sitting there like, oh, it's not my problem. Yeah. It is all of us our problem. Yeah. So we should continue. Yeah. That's the Daily Graphic. I'm sure you are seeing your head at what's going on this morning.
Well, the Daily Guide says, change divisional commander at Chim Kotoku Chiefs. We have Baumia Outdoors Citizen app, which I tested. It looks interesting, and at least it's working. So we did not force suspects. This is coming from the police. The SC ready for anti-gay bill hearing. This is coming from the Judicial Service. We have Galamsey protesters, 21 granted bail, Vormawor denied. Those are the headlines on the front page of the Daily Guide.
The Chronicle says Alien Tour employs more managers despite not refining crude since 2018. This Tour thing. And then God does not choose leaders for countries, Pastor Otabil speaking.
Okay.
Also on the front page, Ghana's commercial creditors agree to exchange their bonds. So that's from the Chronicle.
All right. We have on the Daybreak, the Supreme Court must decide Mohammed's eligibility before elections. Ken Kranchi speaking there. Eligibility, well, that's okay, interesting. It's evil to mine in water bodies. This is Gideon Boako speaking. We have economic turnaround attracting investors, Amin Adam. And that's what we have for the front page of the Daybreak newspaper.
All right, let's take you to the Hawk. Mining boss raised geological survey budget to crash Galamsey. So yesterday he spoke extensively about this whole Galamsey thing, his take on it and all that. Well, he says that the issue, why they have an issue with this, have an outright ban, is because if ABC are doing the right thing, they are not by the water bodies, they are not in the forest reserves, why should you punish them because somebody is doing the wrong thing?
We are not punishing them.
Because we are saying that declare an outright ban on everything. So that's where he departs. He's saying that those doing the right thing should be left to do that, and then they should go after the ones doing the wrong thing. So that's his thoughts on that. And he believes we should have the geological people deal with the issues to make it easier, and then we know where we are going. So that's another one. And then still with the Hawk newspaper, justice turned on its head. Prosecutors flip case, clear primary suspect, target innocent woman instead. And then finally from the Hawk newspaper, we won't sacrifice our water for votes. Kojo Ponkroma, OPK, take firm stand against illegal mining. So Kojo is saying that in his constituency, they are not allowing people to come and mine in their water bodies. So if that's what it is, well done.
Yeah. The New Republic, it says here, Galamsey Gridlock Minerals Commission grants dozen new licenses on the day of Akufo-Addo's critical meeting. We have a battle of the brothers, John and Samuel Jinapo, spar for power in Damongo. Apathy hits MPP's campaign. Candidates abandon constituencies and general secretary issues SOS. We have Gabi, they wish death upon us. And First family in shock over lack of sympathy, shadows of the coming Armageddon. And those are the headlines on the front page of the New Republic.
All right.
Yeah.
And finally from me, the front page is Economy Times, bank unlock credit to private sector. And also BOG auctions $120 million forex to BDCs in Q4. And then Ghana's economy to expand by 5.5%, Fitch predicts.
All right. Let's go through some online stories.
Okay.
ChannelOneNews.com. We have here proponents of anti-gay bill to march to Supreme Court today. Okay. We have election 2024. Renewed Galamsey focus is politically motivated. This is coming from Kwabena Japan. He was on The Point of View last night, and he says the renewed Galamsey focus is politically motivated.
Maybe you know something we don't know.
Or maybe, well.
But are the waters being destroyed?
Are
the forest reserves being destroyed?
So maybe, I mean, we'll read the story later, but I'm very surprised that he'll make such a comment, considering the images that we see, the videos that we've seen, the devastation in the forest areas, the farmlands. And all that?
So give us the details.
We should look into the story. We could get into the story and see what it says there. Now, so, Kwabena Japan, a senior campaign advisor to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has accused the opposition National Democratic Congress of deliberately orchestrating the renewed focus on illegal mining, commonly known as Galamsey, to tarnish the image of the ruling government. Now, speaking on the Point of View program on Channel One TV on Monday, October 7th, 2024, Comrade Japan claimed that the recent emphasis on the Galamsey menace is politically motivated and aimed at causing public disaffection for the Akufo-Addo-led administration. According to the former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, the NDC is intentionally amplifying the illegal mining issue to paint the MPP government in a negative light as the 2024 elections approach. He noted that while Galamsey remains a significant challenge in Ghana, the MPP government has already made strides in curbing illegal mining activities through a variety of initiatives. Recently, there has been a renewed call for stronger action against illegal mining, with various stakeholders, including organized labor, urging President Akufo-Addo to declare a state of emergency on the issue. Organized labor has even threatened a nationwide strike scheduled for October 10th, 2024, to press for more aggressive action to combat the menace. However, Japan contends that the NDC is using the Galamsey issue as a political weapon to divert attention from its own failures on the matter during its time in government. He argued that if the NDC were truly committed to ending Galamsey, the party's flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, would have outlined specific policies to deal with the menace, as has been done by Dr. Baumia. So that's the story. Yeah, and of course it goes on there, but to me, enough said, really. I'm disappointed because I feel that we should all be on board to say enough is enough. Yeah. We cannot afford
and this thing about
another
politics,
day.
This thing about politicizing everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if your government had done the needful, I don't think we'll be at this point where we'll revisit the issue. Yeah. If your government had done the needful, things wouldn't have gotten so bad. If your government had done the needful, the water bodies and the laws around the water bodies, the laws around the forest reserves, we won't be looking at them again, or we won't be calling for proper implementation. So let's stop this thing. Instead of us to look at how we're going to solve the problem, we'll start the blame game, and then it goes down the drain, and then we'll move. A few years later, we'll come back and deal with this.
Really, let's even assume, without admitting, that it's actually politically motivated, and that NDC truly were the ones who sparked this whole thing again. First of all, what are we doing here as a media house? We said, hashtag I stand against Galamsey. We led an entire 6-hour campaign where several groups of religious people, public service people, civil servants, came up and said, we stand against Galamsey.
And that's also politically motivated.
How is that politically motivated? I don't even understand the logic of that.
Same way,
it's difficult.
In 2017, remember 2017 when we started this fight against illegal Galamsey? We were on the streets sharing
flyers, we had our T-shirts on,
educating the public and all that. Was that politically motivated at the time? Years later, so we started this thing, then the politicians quickly jumped on it as if they were going to solve anything. Nothing came out of it. Years later, we have to come back, the same media house, push it again, and say, hey, guys, see what's happening to our water bodies, see what's happening to our environment. Everybody is seeing through that this is not right. We all need to come together. And then we sit down and say politically motivated.
The Catholic bishops are working. They're going to walk from Holy Spirit Cathedral to Christ the King. That one too is politically motivated. I mean, it's just bizarre when we think and talk like this, honestly.
You know, the other time I was thinking, based on the threats or the fears that the food we eat may be contaminated due to the water bodies and all that. So I've decided that I'm going to start a backyard garden.
Oh, you will?
Yes, but I was saying to myself, where am I even going to get the water from? to take care of? So whatever you think you can do to deal with the matter, it will get to you. Nobody is immune from the danger or the threat that we face from this. Wherever, if you decide you're going to import water for your household, it will get to a point you even get access to this water to import because everybody else will be doing that. And then the demand and supply matter will be an issue. So we should continue.
Anyway, let's look at, I don't know if you have any stories you want to read there.
So let me quickly go through what government said it had rolled out, which was radical measures. And this is from the Daily Guide, story by Samuel Do Ablodipe. He says, President Nana Akufo-Addo has announced punitive measures against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. These include directing soldiers and other law enforcement agencies to flush out illegal miners from water bodies and forest reserves, which remain red zones to mining activities. Now, as part of the measures, the president has directed that immediate steps be taken to revoke the Environmental Protection Code Mining in Forest Reserves Regulations 2023 LI 2462 when Parliament reconvenes this month. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapo, in an interview with the Daily Graphic to throw light on the renewed measures, said the soldiers will be deployed as soon as possible. He said that they would deal ruthlessly with any person or entity found culpable in mining in the red zones, and any equipment being used, such as excavators, will be demobilized or bent when it became necessary. So the same thing that was done years ago, moving the soldiers in there and then burning on site and on site is what we are going to see.
Yeah, but you know, interestingly, in the past, we deployed drones. In the past, we deployed naval boats and what do we call river wardens. In the past, we had, there was a whole plethora of different things that we rolled out. This time round, so I'm not sure why the Daily Graphic is calling it a radical
this radical
because there was a lot more that was done in 2017, 2018, 2019 than is being done now.
I think as a country,
so when we say radical, I don't understand.
We always think the solution to our problem is the involvement of the military.
Yeah.
The radical is being attributed to the military coming there, seize, bend, That's our definition of radical. And we tried that. Did it work? Have we gone through the last, what do you call it, interventions we made and the fallouts from that and the way forward? Because when the military came on site, the last one, we all know some of the issues that came up around that. This time around, when they come up, how are we going to deal with that? So this radical thing, I'm not sure.
There are many more champagnes than there were in 2017.
Okay. So we'll see. Let me quickly, you know, yesterday Vice President launched the app, the Citizen app.
Oh, by the way, belated happy birthday greetings to Vice President.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is still from the Daily Graphic. This is by Chris Nunu. A comprehensive digital platform to consolidate public services into a single user-friendly application and also centralize interactions between the government and citizens has been launched in Accra. Known as a Citizen app, the platform will also provide citizens and residents of Ghana a seamless and unified avenue to access government services. It also seeks to enhance efficiency and convenience by eliminating multiple platforms and build trust in government services through robust security and transparent communication. So the Citizen app, for instance, could be used to pay utility bills, make payment for local assembly tolls and charges, including market and parking fees, get digital addresses for locations across the country, track, book, and pay for intercity transport, and change of name after marriage, all on a mobile device.
Okay.
So that's a good one. You know, Rwanda has that running. And when we visited Rwanda, remember we had a business trip.
That's a long time ago, right? How many years ago? 8 years ago?
8 years or more ago.
Yeah.
And at that time, we were running it. It was some of the things that the Registrar General's Department at the time, who were part of the trip, went to also check out to see how
Yeah.
they could implement it here.
Yeah.
So 8 years later,
We also
we're
have
happy
one.
that this, so we pray it
No,
goes
I registered myself on the app.
Oh,
and
you did. So you,
and
what
it's
what
working.
have you tried
And
to
it's working.
use?
The electricity.
So you paid your bill. Oh, that's
It
nice.
works. It works.
So when you
At
there's
least the one I've tried so far, it works.
okay, so
you
there's
know.
a tab somewhere for utility payments.
Yes. There's utility payment. You see Ghana, you see ECG, you see Ghana Water,
Okay.
you see other,
Okay.
you know.
So you select
platforms.
and then it takes
you select
you
and it
through.
takes you into the.
Okay,
the
so
app,
I'm going to try
Yeah.
it. And
The one I want to try today is the SNIT one because
Okay.
I'm interested in the unifying of our platforms,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so that from the Citizen app I can get into the SNIT, sort out my SNIT issues
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying that one.
okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
upload it and also try so
All right.
that when we
Yeah,
are
you can
talking,
talk
I can
about
say
it.
something.
Thank you
And
very
also
much,
make,
Vivian.
of course, make the best out of it.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, sports is next.